Get ready, killers! This is Barca FC News, and we've got massive updates hitting the headlines. A legendary return is on the table, key players are making their comeback, and one star's future is already facing tough questions. Plus, we're diving deep into the strategy that could bring a GOAT back to the Blaugrana. You don't want to miss this. First up, could a true icon be heading back to the Blaugrana? We've got exclusive insights into a plan that might just make a last dance a reality for a Barca legend. Is Lionel Messi's return to Barcelona actually on the cards? Then, we're bringing you the latest from the training ground. Hansi Flick has confirmed that Pedri is back and ready to play, giving the team a massive boost. But what's the latest on Gavi's recovery as he inches closer to a return after his surgery? And finally, is Joao Cancelo's dream return already hitting turbulence? We're analyzing the scrutiny surrounding his performances and Hansi Flick's tactical decisions. Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Could the greatest of all time be making a sensational return to Camp Nou? Reports are surfacing from Radio Gol that a Barcelona candidate is revealing a concrete plan for Lionel Messi's potential comeback. This isn't just speculation. We're talking about a strategy that suggests a last dance is indeed possible. The candidate, speaking anonymously but with inside knowledge, has outlined how a return for Messi could be orchestrated, hinting at a deep understanding of the club's current situation and future ambitions. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the fan base, igniting hopes for a reunion that many thought was impossible. The implications of Messi returning to Barcelona are immense, potentially revitalizing the team's on-field performance and global appeal. It's a narrative that captivates every football fan, and especially the devoted killers who cherish Messi's legacy at the club. The idea of seeing him in the Blaugrana colors once more, even for a short period, is electrifying. Fans are already buzzing on social media, with Messi return trending worldwide. Analysts are debating the financial and sporting feasibility, while the club hierarchy is reportedly monitoring the situation closely. The community is divided, but united in its excitement about the mere possibility. Don't go anywhere, because what Hansi Flick has to say next about injuries is huge. And we're also getting a first look at Joao Cancelo's difficult start. Great news for Barcelona as manager Hansi Flick confirms the imminent return of talismanic midfielder Pedri. After a month sidelined with a hamstring injury, Pedri is set to make his comeback, potentially featuring in minutes against Levante. Flick emphasized Pedri's importance, calling him a different leader crucial for the club's future. Adding to the positive injury update, Flick also provided encouraging news on Gavi. While Gavi isn't medically cleared yet, he has rejoined group training for the first time since his September knee surgery. Flick stressed a step-by-step approach to Gavi's recovery, highlighting his continued positive involvement and decision-making even during training, expressing hope for his swift return. In a lighter moment during his press conference, Flick humorously noted the team's recent form dip coincided with Joan Laporta's absence as president, quipping, "The president has not been there these last 2 games, and we have lost them." This adds a touch of personality to the serious injury updates. The return of Pedri is a massive boost for Barcelona's midfield, and Gavi's progress signals a strengthening squad. Fans are eagerly anticipating their impact on the pitch, with many expressing their relief and excitement online. But not all returns are going smoothly. We've got the inside scoop on Joao Cancelo's rocky start. And is a club legend really coming back? Joao Cancelo's return to Barcelona, a move he pushed for in January over other offers like a return to Inter Milan, is already facing significant scrutiny. Despite his desire for familiar ground and unfinished business, his first month has been far from simple, marked by limited playing time with only 2 starts and 2 substitute appearances, hindering any rhythm or continuity. The situation became particularly telling when, during the match against Girona, Hansi Flick opted to bring on Gerard Martin, a player typically used in a more central role, instead of Cancelo when Alejandro Balde needed a breather. This decision sent a stark message about Flick's current assessment of the fullback's form and readiness. Italian media, particularly Tuttosport, has been critical, labeling the move a total disaster, and suggesting Cancelo would have had a more prominent role at Inter. Reports suggest the transfer may have been influenced by the relationship between Cancelo's agent, Jorge Mendes, and the club's hierarchy, rather than purely sporting merit, with Tuttosport describing Cancelo as the last of the reserves. Initially brought in to bolster defensive depth following injuries to Christensen and Araujo, Flick's reported desire for a centre-back also raises questions about the original transfer rationale. Cancelo arrived at Barcelona having played only 6 official matches before leaving Saudi Arabia, and this lack of competitive minutes appears evident. Despite Flick giving him an early start, the spark hasn't consistently ignited. While it's still early February and situations can change rapidly with injuries and suspensions, Cancelo's current form is not garnering positive reviews, making his loan spell a bet that so far has not paid off. Supporters are voicing concerns on forums and social media about Cancelo's integration and impact, with many questioning the club's transfer strategy. Analysts are watching closely to see if Flick can integrate Cancelo effectively or if this will be a short-lived return. We're not done yet. Get the latest on Gavi's recovery and a potential legend's return. Joao Cancelo's highly anticipated return to Barcelona is already under intense scrutiny, with manager Hansi Flick reportedly looking at other options. Cancelo, who chose a Camp Nou return in January despite having concrete offers, including a path back to Inter Milan, has struggled to establish himself. His time so far has been limited to just 2 starts and 2 appearances off the bench, leaving him without the rhythm and continuity he sought. The situation was highlighted in the recent match against Girona. When Alejandro Balde required a substitution, Flick surprisingly turned to Gerard Martin, a player more accustomed to a central role, bypassing Cancelo. This decision has fueled speculation about Flick's confidence in Cancelo's current form and tactical fit. In Italy, the reaction has been harsh. Tuttosport famously declared, "Barca have scored an own goal, total disaster." The publication believes Cancelo would have secured a more significant role at Inter, who were dealing with their own defensive issues. The narrative emerging is that the transfer might have been driven more by political considerations, specifically the strong relationship between players' agent Jorge Mendes and club officials, rather than immediate sporting necessity. Tuttosport even labeled Cancelo the last of the reserves. While the initial justification for Cancelo's signing was to add depth to a defense hit by injuries to Andreas Christensen and Ronald Araujo, reports suggest Flick himself was more keen on acquiring a centre-back. Furthermore, Cancelo arrived having played very few competitive minutes before his move from Saudi Arabia, which could be a factor in his current struggles to adapt to the tempo of Spanish football. Despite opportunities, the expected spark has been missing. Fans and pundits are debating Cancelo's struggles, with many expressing disappointment given the circumstances of his return. The club's decision-makers, including Deco, are under pressure to see this loan move succeed. It remains to be seen if Cancelo can turn his season around as injuries and suspensions inevitably impact squads. We've got massive updates on player comebacks and a potential legendary return that has everyone talking. That's all the breaking news from Barca FC today. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed these updates, subscribe to Barca FC for all your essential news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Let us know in the comments which story you're most excited about, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content.